NLDS Game 2. Reds baseball as Cincinnati goes up against the Miami Marlins. 2K Sports and Major League Baseball.
Game 2 of the division series. It's on tap right now. Welcome, everybody. Gary Thorne, Steve Phillips, John Kruk, Josh Johnson. Over and over again, it's the pitching that baffles hitters. That's what comes out of his hand. Great night for a baseball game as the Marlins get set to go. Steve, as he approaches the Cincinnati lineup, what's the key?
A pretty good matchup for this right-hander on the mound right here. This is the lineup that he should be able to carve his way through. Not many threats in this lineup for him.
Let's check out the lineup Dusty Baker's put together for this ball game. Scouting pick, John, who are we looking at today?
I love Brandon Phillips. I mean, this guy can hurt you in so many ways. Walk him, he'll steal a base. Make a mistake, he'll take you deep. Plus, even if he doesn't get hit, he can change the complexion of the game.
Pastor Nicky's in the batter's box. Steve, as these two teams settle in, let's take a look at it from the Marlins side.
Well, if the early part of this series is any indication, you have to like their chances a great deal. They've got the lead in the series, but they can't let up. They have to keep their foot on the pedal and try to end it quickly.
And the 0-1 by Johnson. Oh, and he lays off the fastball. Good pitch, 1-1. Steve, a win right here obviously is big because that pushes you that much closer to the ultimate game that decides the series.
And it makes the rest of the series that much easier. It gives you some margin for error, even though you don't want to lose a game.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. 2-1 pitch, and he watches the fastball go by for strike 2.
Unless you stay back and really think about going the other way, you've got no chance of hitting that four-seamer down and away.
Here's the pitch. Curveball, got him, 1 away.
That's a hard-biting curveball right there with great break. Awfully tough to put in play, swung right through it.
And we've got a brief moment now to see how Miami will shape up defensively.
And guys, you know, against an offense like this, defense becomes that much more critical. You cannot give them extra base runners or extra bases.
And that's in there. Johnson ahead, 0-1. There's a swing and a drive deep to left field. Taylor's there as he drops back and puts it away.
Well, I followed the scouting reports. They moved the outfielders back before the play, and they were in exactly the right position to be able to make the catch. Good coaching.
And it's Joey Votto now.
It's been great work over the last couple games, going 4 for his last 10 at-bats. Doesn't matter what they throw up there, he's finding a way to get on base. Great patience and discipline at the plate.
Here's Johnson's 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Joey Votto can't make contact. That'll even up the count. 4 hits, 10 at-bats, a lifetime against Josh Johnson. And he saws him off as this one's hit on the ground. And he gets there in time, and that will be an infield single.
Well, the pitcher did everything he could right here. He got the ground ball like he wanted. But you see this runner, man, once he left the box, he is flying, and he beats this one out.
And it's Jay Bruce in the box now. It goes foul. The pitch. And that's a strike. Bruce is going to have to take a little defensive stance here.
The hitter's got to protect the outer part of the plate right here, down 0-2.
This is a swing hit in the air. And that one's put away to retire the side. Good work. And we'll take a look at Cincinnati's starter. Steve, I'm wondering, what do you think of the strategy he's going to have going up against this Miami line? Swing, liner, back up the middle. And the leadoff man's on board. You love the offense when it gets going that way. The Marlins lineup looks like this. Thoughts, John? Anybody stand out?
Well, he can get lost in the shuffle of the team that he's on, but day in and day out, Ike Davis produces. A big guy, he's going to be a huge power guy once he learns the pitchers in the league.
The Reds defensively are going to look like this. Particular standouts here, John?
But you want to see a guy who has grown into an unbelievable fielder. Take a look at Jay Bruce. Not only did he come up as a center fielder, he's moved to right field and made himself one of the best defensive right fielders. But watch that cannon of an arm he possesses. That left.
The runner's tagging from first. It's going to be Taylor. One out, man on first. Here's the pitch. Slider swung on and missed. 0-1.
Well, you see that pitch coming in, and it starts at the center of the plate, and all of a sudden, as soon as you start your swing, that's when.
Oh, and he takes off for second. It's fouled away. Foul! There he goes for second. You're out. Swing and a miss on the cutter that time. 2 down. On to first, safe. Can't get the back end of that one.
His pitches complement one another. They work off of each other, and he used a tremendous sequence right there.
That one swung on, hit in the air to deep right center field. And it's through into the gap. Should be extra bases. Around third, he's going to try for it. He's in there. Wow, tremendous hustle all the way from first.
Well, he found a pitch to his liking, and just like that, it's 1-0 here in the first inning, thanks to that big RBI double.
And Mayberry batting. What we're seeing here is just a great push. They've been able to jump out in front here in this ball game. You love to get the other team down early. Lined right at the second baseman. And it gets down. Davis looking to come across. And Davis is home. And he's on his way towards third. Out at third as they tag him. And it didn't take. Francisco at the plate. He'll start us out here in the second. Really nailed that one right through the middle of the infield. Oh, and he bobbles this thing. But he stays with it. Gets the out. That's how you do it. Carew is the batter. Well, what types of pitches have been put in play here today? Here's a quick breakdown of exactly that.
Well, guys, you look at that four-seamer. It's been hit twice already.
0-1 count as that started off with a strike. Oh, he's trying to steal second. Swings and grounds this one to the right side. Foul. Here's the pitch. And another foul ball.
But when a pitcher throws a pitch out there 0-2, you're expecting him to get a ground out or a strikeout.
He singled and later scored in his last time up. Johnson's on at first. Third base, there's Bell. Here's a swing and a liner to left center. And it's in there. Miami will score here.
Well, he had 3 big hits in the last game, and that was on the winning side. And he's getting them going again with that at-bat.
Grimmage up at the plate. Popped out in foul territory last time. Oh, Johnson stealing. Ground ball towards the second baseman. Throws to first, side is retired. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, and they leave a couple. And so Brandon Phillips leading it off.
Definitely producing right now. He's picked up 5 hits in his last 8 at-bats.
And the manager has to be tickled to death to have a guy that's always on base for the guys behind him.
There's Bell. 1 away. And Brackman is in the box. How about a mound performance today, Steve?
Now I got 5 strikeouts here, Gary, and this is all because of quality swing and miss stuff.
Takes to swipe on that pitch in the dirt. Not sure if he saw that. And this is hit in the air, foul down the left field line. That's 1 away. Grimmage is the batter. Grounded out his last time through. Johnson's on at first. The first pitch. And it's fouled away. Foul! He delivers. Hut shot towards the hole. Fantastic chance here.
I tried to go down with that 0-1 pitch, but
Adams is going to come in and run here. First one to Taylor. Here's the delivery. Here's a swing and a fly ball to right center. That's 2 gone.
he's got a shot of getting out of this now. Big time out. Now he's got 2 down. He's only 1 out away from working out of this jam.
Davis into the batter's box. 1 for 2 in the ball game. That one lofted in the air. And it gets down. That's hit number 2, making good contact. And he scores. Take a look down there in the bullpen. They've got a lefty up and throwing.
Well, I don't see him coming in just yet. I mean, with a righty in the on-deck circle, I don't think that's the matchup they want.
But what an absolutely great job of hitting right there. That pitch down and in, bearing in on him, and he fought it off to get that big base hit.
First pitch to him. Hit in the air to left center. Bruce will field. And that's going to do it in this half inning. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, and they leave a couple. Marlins on top by 4. And Brackman is in the box. He'll get things started off as we go to the 6th. And Tommy Hunter is the pitcher. As the Marlins bring in their reliever. And here's the first one. Takes a swing at that fastball. Can't connect. 0-1. Now Avila sets up. Fouled off. Here's the pitch. Good cutter. Swung on and missed for the first out.
K-Cam's going to give us a good look at the cutter.
But when you're getting guys out with 3 pitches, you know you're dominating.
That's a time when you know you are definitely in the zone, and he was on that at bat. Pasternicki's in the batter's box. Walked in his last plate appearance. Hit in the air to center field. That's 2 gone. And Heisey's got the bat ready to go. The first pitch. That's a foul ball. Pitch on the way. Swing, hot shot, and the dive. He's up with it. And he's out at first. What an out. There's a quick inning for Tommy Hunter. And it'll be the Marlins coming right up. And for those of you catching up with us, hi, I'm Gary Thorne along with John Kruk and Steve Phillips, bringing you Major League Baseball here on 2K Sports. And Bell's in the box. He was a strikeout victim last time through the lineup. And Phillips picks it up, and Bell is retired. 1 down. Here's Alex Avila. Let's take a look at how this pitcher has been utilizing his arsenal of pitches.
Well, you know, guys, he's definitely leaning towards that slider a little more than he usually does.
You know, John, that curve is a put-away pitch for him. We've seen him throw it very often, but he's barely used it so far in this game. Maybe just not as confident in it today.
Boy, he needs to get this out here. Here, you do not want to give up that big hit to the opposing pitcher, especially with that top of the order waiting. Fisher is going to come on as a pinch hitter.
Well, not hard to understand this one, Gary. You're going to bring in the pinch hitter for the pitcher. Hopefully a guy who can come up with a big hit.
Oh, he's going to try to steal third. Here's the delivery. And he pops it up. Should have room back there. Thought he could make a play there, but it didn't happen. Now a bouncing ball to short. Over to second for 1. And 2. Double play. So no runs on 1 hit and nobody left on. Marlins 4. And Joey Votto to lead it off. For 2 in the ballgame. Bookvich is going to be our new pitcher here as the Marlins bring in their reliever. Ball. That one's inside and low, 1-0.
Now throwing that curveball down and in, he changes speeds to get the hitter off balance, but that pitch down and inside can get hurt if he leaves it hanging over the plate.
Votto fouls it away. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
Well, Gary's a pitcher ahead in the count right now, 1-2. You can afford to waste a pitch or two to see if you can't get him to hit one of your pitches.
Line drive. That's foul towards first. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to Davis. And he will take it himself for the out. What an individual effort. Diving only half the play that time. Then he had to find someplace to go to get an out.
Well, terrific play getting to the ball, and then the presence of mind to be able to get the out without making a throw. Super job.
And Jay Bruce digs in. There's one away. The number is over his career, 256 against the Marlins. Really lets it rip on that one, but starts off with a strike.
Now's the time he goes to the slider. This guy struggles in this situation. It's a good pitch for him.
And that's a strike. Bruce is going to have to take a little defensive stance here.
I pulled the string on that curveball, took a little bit off, and had him way out in front.
That swung on, line towards the gap in left center. And the catch by Taylor. Francisco at the plate. Ground out victim last time through. And here's the first one. First pitch is a slider in there, 0-1. 1 for 4 lifetime against the Marlins. Pitch on the way. Breaking ball, drops low, 1-1. Here's the 1-1. That's taken outside for a ball 2, 1 strike count.
Well, you see, he just missed with that fastball right there away. Let's see if they try to come back inside to try to jam him.
Slider called strike 2.
He has great bite on this slider, throwing it down and into the hitter. Gets away with one, and he gets in for the strike.
And that's inside, and he's worked it to a full count.
Well, changing speeds, trying to get the hitter out in front with his curveball, but it's something that could lead to a problem if you leave it inside.
He sends this one in the air towards center. That'll do it as they put that one away. And a frustrated lineup indeed. That's now 7 shutout innings. Cincinnati still looking for some bats. Bodker up now. He's going to get things started off for us here after the 7th inning stretch. And on the mound, we're going to see Sam Luke swung on and ripped towards second. And the throw beats him to the bag. He is out at first. Grimmage at the plate. He singled in his last at bat. Here's the first pitch. He fouls that one off. This is popped down the right field line. Should be room. He catches that, and that's out number 2. It's going to be Taylor. Flew out last time. Here's the pitch. There's a swing and a liner. Throws on to first in time to retire the side. Carew in the batter's box. He's going to lead off here as we go to the 8th. And he starts him out. Starts him out with a curveball for a strike.
Well, he just fooled the hitter right here. He was thinking hard. He got soft, and with great break on that curveball, he couldn't touch it.
It's fouled away.
Oh!
And that's another foul ball. A swing and a foul off to the right side. Oh, tough one to lay off right there, that fastball. 1-2. Hit in the air to center field. One away.
You have to figure coming in off the bench a little bit. You want to see a pitch or two, but when you get it, you got to be aggressive. See if you can do something to get on base and get a rally started.
Here's the delivery. Ground ball up the middle. Mayberry in time for the out. And it's Brandon Phillips at the plate. And the first pitch. He sends this one in the air towards center. And that's out number 3. So they still can't buy a run. They've been held scoreless through 8. Marlins holding on to the lead. Meat of the lineup coming to the plate. And Ike Davis to lead it off. Singled home a run in his last at bat.
Not Gary. I think you're losing a little something here. I don't think this guy's nearly as solid defensively as the one he's replacing. So interesting move.
Line drive left of the bag and foul. The pitch. Davis again fouling it off. And he fouls off another one. Here's a swing and a ground ball. And Phillips picks it up. One away. And Mayberry batting. He flew out his last time up. He's going to start the 9th inning. Swings and misses. The good change right there. On 1.
Well, I'll tell you what, this guy's changeup may be one of the best in the game, Gary. I mean, just so deceptive to the hitter.
Lays off the curveball. Good pitch, though. 1-1.
You know, as a hitter, when you see a changeup like this, Gary, you really almost have to decide, I'm going to look for the fastball or I'm going to look for the changeup. But it's tough to sit on both pitches.
The 1-2 pitch. This one's grounded near third. Foul. On the ground to short. Mayberry. And his throw is in time. First out of the inning.
Well, Gary, he's pitching well right now. And that's 7 straight that he's retired. He is really locked in.
Pasternicki's in the batter's box. Still seeking his first hit of the ball game. Here it comes. And it's fouled off. The pitch. Hit that one right back up the middle. The dive, and he's got it. And that is not in time. He's aboard at first.
But when you're setting your defense, you don't set your defense for guys not to hit the ball well. This ball wasn't hit hard, but he gets down the line so quickly he's able to beat it out for that base hit.
And swung on line to right center field. And that gets through for a base hit. Runner around second. He's heading for third. He's still going. He's headed for the plate. And he scores all the way from first base.
This team just won't go away. They're not going to make it easy. They're going to have to earn this win. Now it's just a 3-run game.
Here's Joey Votto. All important production at this point in the ball game. Cut that deficit, keep pushing. That's what they're after. Andrew Bailey, 2009 Rookie of the Year, is going to be pitching. He'll try to close this one out for Miami. Ground ball to Davis. And that gets through. The tying run will come to bat. He throws.
The infield played it deep like they knew he was going to swing away. He did, but was still able to find the hole. I like Jay Bruce up right here, Gary. A patient young hitter with pop in his bat.
Flew out last time. Bailey with a delivery. Swung on by Bruce. He got it. Goodbye, home run. Cincinnati's got the lead. Goodbye, a 3-run homer. They were down by 3, just like that, a 3-run homer.
A big inning for Cincinnati right here, coming all the way back, evening this thing up. Now let's see if they keep the pressure on and take the lead.
And we're going to get to see Eduardo Sanchez pitching. They've decided it's time to bring a new arm into this one. Fastball got him looking 2 down.
Well, it made that one look easy, huh? I mean, look at 3 pitches and a strikeout.
Carew at the plate now. Hasn't gotten a hit yet today. We'll see what he can do here. Fastball in there for a called strike. Good hard slider, swung on and missed. 0-2. Swung on, hit in the air to right center. And the side's retired as they head into the dugout. They come up with 4 runs. Avila will get his chance at the plate now. Here's the first pitch. It's strike 1. Can't make contact on the fastball.
He has that little running action on that 2-seam fastball that busts in on the hands of the hitter. It's a tough pitch. Now they have a chance to go to the outer part of the plate.
Ali Mohammadi will grab a bat and hit here.
With the bases empty, there's nobody to drive in. And
he needs to move over that go-ahead run that's at first.
He's got to do anything.
Oh, there he goes for second. Hit sharply towards the hole.
Perfect situational hitting. This is exactly the time you want to go the other way.
And what we're talking about is taking the ball where it's pitched. It's outside. Go the other way. And Sanchez is batting. Getting close now to the top of the order, so you want this pitcher spot. Always you want it to be an out. Even if you get that here, there's still going to be a couple of outs to work with to create some offense. Kingray is going to come on as a pinch hitter. And the runners go. And swing and a hit. It's going to be Bruce. 1 away. Runners on the move. They apply the tag. He is out at third.
But Gary, we talk a lot about how important defense is to a team's success. That's living proof right there.
And you keep this one in mind because it's an inning offensively that didn't liner towards the hole. And he's got it. What a play. They pick up no runs on 2 hits and strand 1. So into extra inning. And if you're just joining our 2K Sports Major League Baseball broadcast with John Kruk and Steve Phillips, I'm Gary Thorne. And we've got Hannigan here standing in. He's ready to start the 10th inning. Bottom half extra inning. Potential go-ahead run standing at the plate.
Gary, both guys know a walk-off homer wins it. The fans want it to end.
This one's grounded foul wide of first. On the way. Here's a swing and a line drive. And he's on the potential winning run. Get ready. He's going to try to stretch it.
Well, a good piece of hitting right there. And anytime you get your first hitter of the inning on base, it could set up the potential for a big inning.
It's going to be Taylor. Oh, he's running, taking off for second. He deals. And this is bounced foul to the left side. Oh, he takes off for second. Fastball swung out and missed, struck him out, one away.
You talk about a guy who had full command of his pitches, only 4 of them, but he located and executed them perfectly.
And as a result, this game stays close late.
Yeah, you got to battle a little bit.
Oh, and he takes off for second. Hit hard to second. It's 1, and they get 2. Great double play. No runs, 1 hit, and no one left on base. The battle continues here in Miami. And Heisey's got the bat ready to go. He's had 1 hit, 4 times up. He's got his work cut out for him to start this bottom half of inning number 11. Here's the first pitch. Fouled off. He delivers. Hot shot towards the hole. He grabs it. In time for the out. And Bell's in the box. He bounced out his last time. Hit in the air. This one's going well into the stands, off to the right. And that one's hit well. Bruce is there. And Bell is retired. Out number 2.
Well, this ball is not the left fielder's play. He's got to back off and let the other guy take it. Luckily, they didn't have a collision.
Ali Mohammadi gets a shot here. He's 1 for 1 so far. Lined out last time up. Here we go. Here's the first pitch. Taps this one foul to the right. There he goes for second. This is swung on, lifted to deep right field. As he drops back, the runner's tagging from first.
Now this ball hit toward the wall. You see the right fielder backpedaling. You don't recommend that because your head bounces around and you can fall, but still able to make the catch.
He's running, heading for second. He's got it now. Throw is there, and he is out. No runs on a hit, and Crota's in the box. He's going to start things off here, top half of the inning. Hitless so far, he'll get another shot at it now. Crota coming in now to pitch as they make the pitching swap. Swing and a rocket towards short. And that one eats him up. And he can't recover in time. That's going to go as an error. Davis is up now. And he needs to move over that go-ahead run that's at first.
He's got to do anything he can to advance this runner and get him into scoring position.
Oh, Taylor, here we go. Ball one. Hit in the air. That's a foul. There's a swing and a drive, deep right field. One away. The runner's tagging from first. And Mayberry batting. And he is batting here late in the game in a crucial spot.
Well, you've got a base runner. You don't.
Oh, Taylor, here we go. Strike one. Colemeter kicks and throws. Waves at that fastball in the hole now, 0-2.
Well, that's just one of those the pitcher says, here it comes, try to hit it. Fastball.
Grounded softly to short. Up with it. It's one. On to second. Safe there. Not enough time to pull two.
Hey, guys, take a look at Josh Bell right here, Gary. Young guy looking to maybe score in this opportunity and make a name for himself.
Last time up, flew up. You have 2 outs here in the inning, only need 1 more. The last thing you want is a big 2-out hit. They're not going to chance it with this guy.
Yeah, but I don't understand this. You've already got 2 outs in the inning. This guy isn't one of the better hitters in the game. Go at him, challenge him, show something.
And that one's hit well. Bruce is there. This one to Phillips. That's caught. Side is retired. So they can't push any across here in this half of the inning.
I like Jay Bruce up right here, Gary. A patient young hitter with pop in his bat.
Top half of this extra inning, and this
A big road victory right here, Gary. In the postseason, they are tough to come by, but
and now what you say we end with this victory march today. They've opened.
Game 3 of the NLDS. It'll be the Miami Marlins facing the Cincinnati Reds. Should be one to remember.
Big game here in the division series. This is game 3, knotted up at 1-1. I'm Gary Thorne along with Steve Phillips and John Kruk. It's heating up. We'll be seeing Joey Votto, and he has been tearing it up the plate lately. Everyone's settling in now. Great American Ballpark, the location. Now we'll take a look at Cincinnati's starter. Steve, I'm wondering, what do you think of the strategy he's going to have going up against this Miami lineup?
well, not a great matchup right here for this pitcher, as this is not the kind of lineup that he fares very well against. So he could be in a little bit of jeopardy early on, and we should know early in this game whether this right-hander's in trouble or not.
Here's the lineup for the Marlins. Any of these bats stand out, John?
But he can get lost in the shuffle of the team that he's on. But day in and day out, Ike Davis produces. A big guy, he's going to be a huge power guy once he learns the pitchers in the league.
Grimmage is the batter. And now as we get going, Steve, what's your take on the Reds for this game?
Well, just as we thought, this has been a tight series. I like their chances in this one. Both these teams have been sparring the entire series. Who's going to step up and be the star?
And his throw gets him one away. Steve, always easier in these tight battles to get something done when you've got this home crowd behind you.
Well, it helps so much having the home crowd and home cooking and being on your home field. It has such an advantage for the home team.
Now let's take a look at a breakdown of how this guy has been mixing up his pitches so far in this one. What stands out, guys?
Well, that the fact that his arsenal of pitches has been great today and the command of that arsenal has been outstanding. When you can do all that, you're going to keep these hitters off balance.
That's exactly it. He's doing a pretty good job keeping the hitters off balance by changing the speeds, the location, and the type of pitch. Very difficult to center him.
They score the run. He decides to go in feet first. Second base gets the double.
That's one of those plays you have to make the decision and commit to sliding. You don't want to get caught in between and risk an injury.
A lot harder to put that tag on a sliding player than one coming in straight up. It's going to be Taylor. He bounced out his last time. First pitch on the way. Swings and misses the slider. 0-1.
Well, you talk about a guy that doesn't get cheated in the batter's box. You usually see that swing when someone throws a fastball. But he took a mighty hack at that slider, but he came up empty.
Well, with the lead right here, don't be surprised if we see the runner on first going. I think that he has enough speed to make it. And even if they throw it away, you got a chance to pick up a run.
Motto over there. He'll have to stay tight. Good hard slider. Swung on and missed. 0-2. Steve, let's take a look at his pitching performance.
You know, when he's throwing the ball.
Oh, Taylor, here we go. Good cutter. Swung on and missed for the first out. But he'll hang on to that, so they will get one.
Got him to chase that ball down and away. Good pitch. Not real good execution by the hitter.
And Mayberry batting. Flew out last time. And it's in there. Miami will score here. Well, that pitch was upstairs, but he went up there and got it.
Well, a nice piece of hitting. Got up on top of that ball and drove it.
Now with 2 outs, here's a chance for Alex Avila. And they've not had to struggle here at the plate in this game. They just keep... Oh, he takes off for second. Boy, what a time now to capitalize if they can.
Well, nice swing on that one. Be able to pick up a base hit right there. That slider's a tough one, and if he runs it in on your hands.
Oh, and they're going to try for the double steal towards center field. And that'll put him on another hit. Now, here he comes, heading for home. And he scores from second base. Take a look down there in the bullpen. They've got a lefty up and throwing.
Well, I don't see him coming in just yet. I mean, with a righty in the on-deck circle, I don't think that's the matchup they want.
Boy, this lineup, they are hot right now. The chances, they are productive. And there they go. Now a swing, pops him up left side of the infield. This one to Phillips. And that's going to do it in this half inning. 3 big runs across. And Heisey's got the bat ready to go. Oh,
Strasburg has.
Steve, you got to like the odds right here. You get that base hit, and all of a sudden this game changes.
Now, if he hits one over the ball, too, it completely changes the complexion of this game.
They've had to battle back. Here's a chance to get the lead. Ball 1 to begin this at bat, 1-0.
Now, Gary's done a nice job working around the 4 hits he's given up here into the 4th. And that's about making pitches, and he's done an effective job when he's had to pitch out of the stretch.
Here's the pitch. Here's a swing and a ball hit high into the air, deep into right field. Gone! A bases-loaded homer. It's the definition of clutch hitting. Trailing by 3, delivered the grand slam. Wow. Now the momentum is shifted.
A difficult inning right here, continuing for Miami, allowing a lot of runs to cross.
Here we go. Here's the first pitch. He swings, hits a ball to right field. One away. The runner's tagging from first. Davis into the batter's box. And an RBI double this last time. One out. Runner on at first. There he goes towards second. There's a swing and a ground ball. They apply the tag. He is out at third.
Oh, it's a great pitch right there. The pitcher wanted to double play. He goes down in the zone, but they're not able to get the runner at second.
Oh, he's trying to steal second. Here it comes. A ball hit high and deep. Left center field. Still going. And it's gone. Miami takes the lead. Great turnaround for them. A 2-run homer. They lead by 1.
Big inning for the Marlins right here. They needed this. They got it. And now they're going to see if they can't tack on some more runs.
Lined right at the second baseman. And there's another one. Couple of quick hits.
He's tired. His pitches are starting to flatten out. 3 straight hits. What more do you need to see before you give him the hook?
And Mayberry batting. 8 years in the majors. And he swings and hits this one foul. Here's the pitch. Hit hard on the ground to short. And he boots it. One for 2 in the ballgame. Two men on and 2 men out. First pitch on the way. Here's a swing and a liner to left center. And that'll get him aboard. They're on a roll. And he'll come in to score. Miami, they are happy to just carry this momentum.
Got to love the approach right there, Gary. Never letting up. Going for 2 out of the box.
And a little bit of the element of surprise, I think, Steve, because where that ball landed is not a common area to take an extra base.
You know what? You have to take advantage of opportunities or create opportunities. That's what he did right there.
Emus up now.
Well, this wasn't the type of start the pitcher wanted, or the manager wanted, or his team wanted. Now they've got to see if the bullpen can do a little bit better.
And the offense here is putting on the show. Right now, they're in charge of this ball game.
Here, we just saw a big hit right there, and it points out how critical it is at this time of the game to have somebody who can step up and get the job done in a clutch situation. And now it comes down.
And the runner's breaking from third. Nice glove work, Votto. Slides, throw is there. He is out at third. They come from behind to take the lead, a 3-run inning. Marlins jump out. And 2K Sports, Major League Baseball. This is Gary Thorne along with Steve Phillips and John Crook. Pastor Nick. He's in the batter's box. He'll get things started. Home half, 5th inning. Last time up, flew out. That one's drilled to short. Past Stornicki to second for 1 and 2. A double play. Davis into the batter's box. He singled and later scored in his last time up. And he starts him out. Davis making contact, but he'll foul that one away. Davis again fouling it off. The pitch. That one lofted in the air. This one, Devato. And that's going to do it in this half inning. And they aren't able to make any noise here. Great night for baseball, and the Great American Ballpark is where we are. It is just perfectly comfortable. Francisco at the plate. He swings on that 0-0 delivery. Misses the fastball. Strike one.
Well, you have to be ready for something hard, and this guy wasn't anticipating.
Trying again here. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here's the first pitch. And they pitch out. Nobody's moving. Taylor, here we go. And he takes off for second. Lined hard down the left field line. And in there, second hit for him in the ball game in his 4th plate appearance.
Well, a lot of hitters like that ball middle in, but middle off the plate, that's a tough pitch to hit. It tells you just how strong this guy is to be able to fight that pitch off to get that hit.
And Mayberry batting. Reached on an error his last time around. Took something off, and it swung out and missed. 0-1.
That changeup away is one of the most effective pitches because when the hitter's fooled, he starts to pull off the ball. He can only hit an inside pitch. He can't possibly reach the outside pitch unless he breaks down his swing.
Oh, both runners on the move. And another foul ball. Here it comes. Big swing and a miss on a heater. Strike him out, 1 down.
It's fair to say, Gary, they needed that out badly. Now he's got to come right back at him and get another one.
And the double steal is on. Drops down a butt. Up with it. And a good throw gets him 2 down.
Look where he placed that one right there. Take a look at it. Perfectly placed.
He is out at first, but the damage was done around the bases. Those runners now in position to score.
That's good situational baseball.
It's Emos at the plate. Drew a walk as last time. And with the pitcher due up next year, they're just going to issue the free pass and go after him.
Well, you see the strategy. Strategy used a lot in the National League. Pitcher tends to be an easy out, so you put the hitter before him on base and go right after the pitcher.
Hunter is the batter. Boy, pitcher needs to get an out here. If you don't, you're going to have the potential for a very big inning offensively. Here's your big-time opportunity to put something up on the board. Fisher will grab a bat and hit here. Here's a swing and a fly ball to right center. That's caught. Side is retired. They give no runs on one hit. Now we've got Horse batting. He's going to get things going here. Home half, 7th inning. And Nick Cagadon is the pitcher. He's brought in to take over for the Marlins. Flew out last time. One out with a runner at second. Oh, he's on the move for third. And this one's up the middle. He's waved towards home. And he scores.
Well, anytime you're a hitter and you can get 3 hits in a game, you're going to see that average start creeping up to where you want it to be. And he's on now with 1 out.
It's going to be Taylor. He homered back in the 5th. Hit sharply towards the hole.
Well, a guy that just continues to swing the bat well in this ball game. 3 hits right now so far, and it comes with 1 out in the inning. Can it start a rally?
And Bell's in the box. Had a couple of hits, 4 trips to the plate. And it gets down. Davis looking to come across. Davis around third, headed for the plate. And they get that run in. And Taylor also in. And they're behind in this ball game, and by the looks of things, they got a starter out there who's tiring.
Oh, there's no question about it. I think they have to strongly consider making a move here as we see him before our eyes running out of gas.
Openings for this lineup offensively, don't give it to them now because they are hot.
Clearly, he's starting to wear down out there. 3 straight hits against him. He doesn't have the velocity or the bite on his pitches that he had earlier in the game.
And hard grounded to short. Pastornicki. That's 1. And 2. They pull off the double play. So they strike for 3 runs on 3 base hits and leave them empty. Marlins on top by 4. And if you've just joined us, our broadcast of Major League Baseball on 2K Sports with John Kruk and Steve. Steve Phillips, I'm Gary Thorne. I think with 1 out here, Steve, we might see him bunt.
Well, with the pitcher coming up, I think you have to expect they're going to sacrifice him over.
Ali Mohammadi will be the pinch hitter.
Now, being brought in now to hit for the pitcher. Hopefully he can get a base hit and see if they can.
He's running. Hit in the air to center field. 2 away. The runner's tagging from first. Grimmage is the batter now. Last time he walked and then came around to score. They're trying again here, just 1 for 3 thus far. Runner on first, 2 away. The first pitch, swung on, popped way up to shallow right. This one to Phillips. And that's the 3rd out. That'll do it. So they can't push any. And so Brandon Phillips leading it off. Grounded out last time. And we've got Mason Tobin out on the mound. They've decided it was time to make a change here. It's hit foul by Phillips. And it's 0-2. Phillips trying to avoid the strikeout.
I think right now, offensively, you've got to start getting base runners. Get as many as you can. I mean, you're down a ton, so.
He sends this one in the air towards center. 1 down.
Obviously, winning big right now. You just want to go out there, make plays, throw strikes, force them to try to put multiple hits together to get back into this game. Well, not hard to understand this one, Gary. You're going to bring in the pinch hitter for the pitcher. Hopefully a guy who can come up with a big hit.
There's the slurve, too low, 1-0. Hit in the air to center field. That one's caught.
Down to their final out right here, Gary. So I mean, they're looking pretty dire at this point. And, but listen, funnier things have happened. They've got to get base runners, though.
Pastor Nicky's in the batter's box. Here's a swing and a line drive. And it's through into center field.
Well, this guy's always a threat to go. He steals a lot of bases, so they're going to have to keep a close eye on him, and maybe they'll make a mistake to the hitter paying attention to the runner.
And Heisey's got the bat ready to go. 0-1 count as that started off with a strike. 0-1 is a slur for a called strike.
Fans are on their feet right now. They know 2 strikes on the hitter. They need to keep this thing going.
Hit up the middle. Emus. And that'll do it, everybody. That's out number 3. This ball game over.
What a big win right here on the road, winning a playoff game. That's awfully tough to do and can go a long way to winning a series.
And we get a moment here to recognize our player of the game.
Well, it just seems funny that every time you need a big hit, it seems like the middle of the lineup happens to be up. And that's what happened in this game today. The third hitter came up with that big hit to help his team to the victory.
And as they put the victory up in this one, they now sit enviably, we might add, just 1 win away from winning the series.
And you have to credit them. They've come so far this year, and now they find themselves just 1 win away. This has to be a gratifying victory.
And until next time, this is Gary Thorne, along with John Kruk and Steve.
NLDS Game 4. It'll be the Miami Marlins facing the Cincinnati Reds. Should be a great matchup right on deck.
Game 4 of the division series set to go. Welcome, everybody. Major League Baseball and our coverage of the postseason on 2K Sports. Thorne, Phillips, and Kruk here, and we're ready to go at it. The hot bat of Joey Votto. We'll see whether or not he continues to get it done at the plate. So tonight, a look around this stadium, 41,000 strong. It'll be Johnny Cueto, the starting pitcher. And Steve, what's he got in his mind as he goes up against Miami?
It's a phenomenal lineup right here. That's why this outstanding right-hander is going to have to be on top of his game to be able to neutralize some of their big bats and get the outs he needs. He has to work ahead in the count or they'll make him pay.
Here's the offense for Bud Black. And our scouting report, John, who are we watching for today?
But he can get lost in the shuffle of the team that he's on. But day in and day out, Ike Davis produces. A big guy, he's going to be a huge power guy once he learns the pitchers in the league.
Botker gets a turn here. And now as we get going, Steve, what's your take on the Reds for this game?
Well, no team wants to end their season with a loss, but that's exactly what can happen here today unless some magic happens. But lest we forget, this is the playoffs where magic has been known to happen a time or two in the past. Why not one more time?
Cueto kicks and throws. A swing and a fly ball to left center field. He's got it. What a play. Had to lay himself out, but he comes away with it.
Well, the key isn't the catch at the end. The key is first step. He got a great jump on it, and that's what allowed him to run it down.
Grimmage in the batter's box. And you just take a look at the faces on these guys. After playing a long swung on, that is hit. And that's in there. The Marlins, their first man on. He's trying for second. We'll take a quick look at the Reds and how they'll be lined up on the field. Particular standouts here, John?
Well, you want to see a guy who has grown into an unbelievable fielder. Take a look at Jay Bruce. Not only did he come up as a center fielder, he's moved to right field and made himself one of the best defensive right fielders. But watch that cannon of an arm he possesses. That left arm keeps a lot of guys from taking that extra base.
Oh, there he goes for second. Hit sharply towards the hole. And it's through. Taylor a single.
They tried to go down with that 0-1 pitch, but it gets blasted right back for the base hit.
But the way he went after that in the box, Steve, it looked like he might have been guessing down there.
Well, I'll tell you what, you have to make contact behind in the count. You got to pitch.
Big swing, straight away center. Warning track, Wall looking up, vaults himself way up in the air to pull that one in. Wow. That keeps those runners at first and second. And Mayberry batting. Two men on and two men out. There's a swing and a liner towards the gap in left field. And that gets through for a base hit. And he'll come in to score. And he is safe at second. Sometimes risky business when you go after that extra base.
Yeah, Gary, that dive in the second base was the key as well. He didn't slow down at all, able to extend his arms and get in there.
Indeed. And Bell's in the box. What we're seeing here is just a great push. They've been able to jump out in front here in this ball. Swing and a ball drilled down the right field line. That one's into the corner. And home run. Miami, the production continues. Now they lead by 4, a 3-run homer.
Marlins just keep on rolling, or should we say keep on swimming. This offense is rolling.
Swings and grounds this one to the right side. Foul. Line drive. That's foul towards first. Smash towards the middle. Oh, wow. Another hit. They just won't quit. And he's in there.
They're just teeing off right now. 4 straight hits, and clearly this offense is locked in.
And we've got D'Antona batting. Here's a swing and a line drive. And the side's retired as they head into the dugout. Wow, they deal some serious damage. First inning really started. Now we'll take a look at the starting pitcher for Miami. And Steve, as he gets into the Cincinnati lineup, what are we expected to see?
A good right-hander on the mound in this one. And if he executes the scouting report against this lineup, it shouldn't be too difficult for him to come up with the outs necessary to come away with a win.
The pitch. Lays off the cutter. Good pitch, but it's 1-1.
That's a good pitch with a cut fastball. When you're throwing this pitch, you want to start it on the corner, run it off the plate, trying to get the hitter to chase. Good piece of hitting to lay off of it.
And the leadoff man of this ball game's on board. See if they get it started early.
Well, anytime you can get a guy on base who can steal bases, it puts so much pressure on the opponent.
Oh, he's trying to steal second. Strike one. And he is safe at second.
Here's another look at the steal. He gets to second base, sliding in hard.
And he didn't have much of a lead that time off first, but a really good jump.
Now, sometimes you tip off the pitcher with too big of a lead, so it worked in this situation.
On the way. Swing and a miss and a ball off the inner edge. 0-2.
But Gary, now that he's ahead in the count, it's probably a good time to go to the changeup.
Fastball in there, called third strike, 1 out.
Gary, he's not messing around, going right at him on the 0-2 count. He didn't waste anything. He just went right for the jugular.
Joey Votto at the plate, runner in scoring position.
Just a good stretch of performances. He's gone 9 for his last 20 at-bats. Seemingly on base every single time he goes to the plate, making such a big difference for his team, giving them chances to score runs.
Gonna try to make it home here. And the run is in.
Well, even though it was a tough loss in the last game, the fact that this guy had 3 hits in the game, I have to tell you that there's signs that he's going to get on a hot streak, and he's starting off this one already on a strong note.
Runner on base now for Jay Bruce. Well, it's a little action. Look, it's headed in the right direction. It's just a long road to hold.
Boy, after giving up.
There's a smash towards the hole, and that one falls right between them and not. We've got a moment to check out that lineup for the Reds. So who are you looking at, John?
I love Brandon Phillips. I mean, this guy can hurt you in so many ways. Walking, he'll steal a base. Make a mistake, he'll take you deep. Plus, even if he doesn't get hits, he can change the complexion of a game with his glove and his arm. So valuable to a team. One of the best second basemen in the game.
0-1 pitch is a cut fastball, swung on and missed. 0-2.
Boy, that good late movement down, that cut fastball, unbelievable action on that pitch.
You're out. Fastball got him looking, 2 down.
That's a pretty fast pitch right there, and hard to get that much break on it.
I think he's upset that he let that one go by.
Oh, he should be, Gary. I mean, that was a perfectly good pitch to hit. He just didn't pull the trigger.
Carew at the plate. It's strike one. Can't make contact on the fastball.
Well, he wasn't trying to hit a single the other way with that swing. He's trying to take that ball out of the ballpark. Let me tell you, if he gets another pitch in that location, look out. We might have a souvenir.
Ball. Curveball. Thought he had him, but it's 1-2.
They tried to go backdoor with the curveball right there, but just couldn't catch the outside corner.
Swung on, hit in the air to right center. And he's got it. What a play. So they scratch across a run. 3 hits and a couple left on. The Reds making progress. They cut into this lead. Oh! Bodker gets a shot here. He'll start it off here in the second. Kalmeter coming in now, and he'll be the new pitcher. He's been chosen to take over out there. He stops at first. It'll be a single.
A nice piece of hit right there. You get on base to start the inning with no outs. And you know, all it does is you want to just keep the line moving if you're the guys behind him.
Grimmage up at the plate. He singled and later scored in his last time up. And home run, Miami. The production continues. They add a couple more to the lead now, a home run and a 6-run lead.
Continues to go well here for the Marlins. Good hitting.
First one to Taylor. Here's the delivery. There's a swing and a drive deep to left field. That's one away.
Well, they followed the scouting reports. They moved the outfielders back before the play, and they were in exactly the right position to be able to make the catch. Good coaching.
Davis into the batter's box. As he retreats back for it and gets the out. And Mayberry batting. Single home run in his last at bat. He flew out his last time up. The first pitch. Swing, a ball hit high, deep to left field, way back, over the wall, a 2-run home run. Now with that 2-run homer, they extend that lead to 7. And Mayberry batting. Kalmeter kicks and throws. And that one's hit well. Bruce is there. Catch is made. And Bell's in the box. Homered back in the first inning. He homered earlier in the ballgame.
Well, the team winning, he's been a big part of the offense, driving in a run with a base hit, and then the home run where he got a pitch that he could drive out of the ballpark and capitalized on it.
One away. Runners on the move. It's going to be Taylor. He singled in his last at bat. Runners on first and second with 1 out. That swung on, line towards the gap in left center. 2 down. 2 down now. No advance in that runner at second.
Well, they followed the advanced scouting reports to a T. They played the outfielders back that time, and he hit it right into the teeth of the defense.
Davis is up now.
I'm sure they didn't set up.
Swung on, line to right center field. And it's through into the gap. Should be extra bases. And he will score from second base. Another run comes in right behind him. And he'll stop at second base. That'll be a 2-run double.
Well, this is a guy right here that was made to hit fastballs, and that's what he looks for, and that's what he got right there. Put a good swing on it.
Davis, he's trying to steal. The tag, and they got him. They pick up 2 runs on board. Gary Thorne with Steve Phillips and John Kruk, bringing you Major League Baseball on 2K Sports. And Heisey's got the bat ready to go. Fastball just misses, 1-0. And a moment here to see how this pitcher has been mixing up his pitches.
Well, that's the key to success, is mixing up your pitches, and he's done just that. Being successful throwing his fastball for strikes, but also his breaking ball when he has to throw it to keep the hitters off balance.
And I love the aggressive attitude that he's had. He throws every pitch with conviction. It's made it very difficult on this lineup.
1-2 pitch coming. On the ground to short, Mayberry. And he throws on to first for the out, put away. And it's Joey Votto at the plate, 1 away. Flew out last time. And the first pitch. Fastball, too low, 1-0.
Well, that's the pitch you want for the ground ball out. That 2-seam fastball at the bottom of the strike zone. Just couldn't quite catch the plate. Good eye by the hitter.
And that's a curve, called for a strike, counted even at 1. Here's the 1-1. That swung on, hit on the ground. Emus. 2 men have been put away.
But Gary, he's settling into a groove right here. And that's 6 in a row that he set down.
And it's Jay Bruce in the box now. Steve, let's take a look at what he's getting done out there on the mound.
Gary, location means everything, and he's going with a heater. He's not trying to fool him, but he's keeping the ball down, and he's getting him to do what he wants. It's pounded into the ground.
And here's the first one. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. Back up the middle, and that's going to be a base hit for Bruce.
Well, with that big 2-out hit right there in this inning, the manager's in there telling him, let's not let him breathe. Let's not let him get that 3rd out. Let's score before this inning's over.
Francisco at the plate, and a home run back in the 4th inning. He delivers. Swing and a miss. He's behind 0-2. Here's the pitch. Tries to saw him off with that one, but he missed. 1-2. Lined up the middle. This a great situation for some offense.
Right. Takes this 1-2 pitch down in the zone. He's able to go down and get it. Get a good part of the bat on the ball and pick up the base hit.
That's a tough pitch to hit. When you're behind in the count, you just want contact, and he got it. Hit up the middle. And Bruce comes home.
Well, even though they lost their last game, coming up just short, he drove in 4 big runs in that lot. I tell you what, it's got to give confidence to the other players to know that if they get on base, they have a chance to score. He's done it already tonight. Let's see if they can continue to get on for him.
Rocco at the plate. Nice to get production, but sometimes it comes when you're pretty well under the bellwether.
Now, Gary, the rally caps they're wearing are working. Believe it or not, they're working. By the way, your rally cap on you looks marvelous.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Well, at least they're back in this thing. And look, fans live to see the great comebacks. You never know. Now Avila sets the target. A swing and a foul off to the right side. The 1-2 pitch. It's fouled away.
Well, a 1-2 count, that pitch on the outside part of the plate. Borderline pitch. You still don't know if it's going to be a ball or a strike. The last thing you want to do is take that pitch for a called strike 3.
Here's the delivery. Cut fastball, swung on and missed. Side retired. So they scratch across a run. 3 hits and a couple left on. Cincinnati, they're making a push. Still a long way to go. And Mayberry batting. He'll lead off the 7th inning. Here's the pitch. Hit hard to second. Picked up by Phillips. Throw on to first in time, 1 away. And Bell's in the box. He's driven home 3 in this one. Here's the first pitch. Madsen gets him to swing and a miss for a strike.
You're running out of time in this one. You need to give your offense some chance to try to come back in this game. They've got a lot of room to make up. If they're standing out in the field, it's not going to help.
Bookvich will be coming in to pitch in this game. He's brought in to take over for the Marlins.
Well, if you can get a start like this every time out from your starting pitcher, you're going to take it. He kept you in the ball game, pitched pretty well, and now turns it over to the bullpen.
Pitch on the way. And that misses for a ball.
Look, Gary, with this big a lead here in the 7th inning, it's incumbent upon the pitcher to throw strikes, get outs right now.
Popped into foul territory down the left side. 1 away. And Madsen's in the box. The pitch. This one's grounded foul wide of first. Tried to get him to go after that curve. 1-2.
Okay, 1 out here in the 7th inning. I mean, you have to like the way this is going. They're looking good. The pitcher's throwing strikes. The defense making plays. They've got a big lead. Everything feels good.
In time for the out. Pasternicki's in the batter's box. They're trying to get here. Just 1 for 3 thus far. And here's the first one. Hit in the air to center field. And in there, second hit for him in the ball game in his 4th plate appearance.
Well, you're going to have to keep a close eye on this guy at first base. Pay a lot of attention to him because you know he more than likely has the green light. He can go at any time.
And Heisey's got the bat ready to go. And the first pitch was a strike. Got him at 0-1 right now. Here's the pitch. That's a foul ball. Quick check at first. And he dives back safely. A swing, line drive, deep left field. And Taylor puts that away to retire the side. No runs on a hit, and they'll strand him. Marlins holding on. The pitch at the plate.
You know, they're losing a little bit in the defensive department with this change. It may be geared more toward offense. It's just odd to make this move right now.
Fisher will be the pinch hitter. Here's a swing and a liner to left center. Oh, and a great catch. You never know what you're going to see ahead of us, but Steve, I got a feeling that could be our defensive play of the game.
Well, it's about preparation. He was preparing for the pitch. He saw it come off the bat, and that first step allowed him to make the catch.
Botker up now. Try swing and a hot shot. That one gets through for a base hit.
Well, you're talking about a pitcher who didn't read the scouting report. I mean, everyone knows this guy's a high ball hitter. He threw one up there, and he got it whacked.
Grimmage up now. Had a couple of hits, 4 trips to the plate.
He's swinging the bat very well today and doing a little bit of everything. Driving.
There he goes for second. First pitch, he's running towards second. This one swung on and driven hard. Out number 2. The runner's tagging from first. There's the throw. He makes it to second base. They will record it out there, but they'll also get that runner into scoring position.
That was a tough pitch. Ball down to the zone.
There he goes, headed for third. Fouled off. Oh, takes off for third. Strike 2. And it's not in time, and he beats the throw.
Sometimes as a pitcher, you get into a tendency of looking once, throwing to the plate, looking twice, throwing to the plate. If the runner can read you, he can get a good break. That's what he did right there.
Ended this inning with a nice piece of pitching work as he gets the K. And Joey Votto's up. He's going to lead off the home half of the 8th. It's going to be Andrew Kashner on the mound as the Marlins bring in their reliever. That one swung on its line. And that sets down Votto. And Jay Bruce digs in. There's one away. 2 for 3 thus far. Here's the first pitch. Here's a curveball. Swung on and missed. 0-1.
Look, Gary, with one out right here, they still have time in this inning to try to generate some runs. They need to score here in this 8th inning and not leave it all to the 9th.
He sends this one in the air towards center. And in there for a base hit. He's 3 for 4 today. He's still going. Here's Bruce heading home. And the throw. And he's in there. Amazing. What a defensive breakdown. That should have been a double at most. Incredible he scored.
Well, you know, credit Cincinnati for at least trying to get some offensive attack mounted here, but they still got a ways to go, huh?
And Josh Johnson is the pitcher. As the Marlins bring in their reliever. And Steve, as he faces these Cincinnati hitters, what do you think he's mainly concerned with?
Well, for Josh Johnson, everything runs off of his fastball. His slider's dependent upon the fastball. And he
swings, hits this one pretty well, deep right center. That's the second out. Carew settles in, drove in a run earlier in the game. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to Davis. And he's up with it. And he'll step on first to retire the side. So they cut into that deficit a bit with a home run, still well behind. Cincinnati, there. Davis into the batter's box. He homered back in the 5th. First pitch on the way. Hit up the middle past Stornicki. One away. And Mayberry batting. Grounded out his last time up. That one swung on, hit in the air. That one goes foul. And that's another foul ball. That one's too high. Madsen trying to go upstairs with it, but misses.
I'm not sure I like this cut fastball up in the zone right here. It's a pitch you want to get down in the zone to run off the corners. Don't leave it over the plate.
And Phillips picks it up. On to first. That's out number 2. And Bell's in the box. He's had one hit 4 times up. The first pitch. This one's pretty well hit to deep left center. And the side's retired as they head into the dugout. And they go. And we've got Hannigan here standing in. Watches a changeup go by for strike 1.
I think right now offensively, you've got to start getting base runners. Get as many as you can. I mean, you're down a ton, so you don't need big hits. You don't need home runs. You need base runners.
Looks at a curve in there. He's behind now, 0-2. Oh, tough one to lay off right there, that fastball. 1-2. Slider tough to lay off, and it's 2-2. Swing and a rocket toward short. Mayberry. And his throw is in time. First out of the inning.
Just having some difficulty right now trying to make up this ground. And obviously they've got a hill still to climb. And running out of time right now, only 2 outs remaining. So they've got to get something going and keep it going.
And it's Brandon Phillips at the plate. 0-for-3. Swung on, hit. Oh, avoided the path of that ball. That was right up the middle. Was that ever close? And he pulls into first base with that base hit. There's one down here.
Well, even though they lost the last game, he had 2 big hits, and that's a good sign if you're the manager of this team, that he's starting to swing the bat really well.
Ground ball to Davis. Gets one at second. And to Johnson, and not going to get it there in time for 2. And he throws it away. Pasternicki's in the batter's box. Base hit his last time. Strike 1, and Johnson gets him swinging.
Well, I tell you what, for a 2-seam fastball, he had some good movement and good pop on that one. Batter swung late.
Here's the delivery. Line towards third and foul. That's a foul ball. Back up the middle. Emus. And on to first for out number 3, and that's going to do it.
No matter how you do it or where you do it, it's enjoyable. The champagne tastes great, and they did it on the road here today, getting it done, and obviously now excited for the next round of the playoffs.
And it's time to present the Player of the Game award.
Well, you know what they say, that everyone loves to see the long ball when you come to a game, and he certainly gave the fans what they wanted to see. He's got to be feeling pretty good about himself.
And with this win, they have taken their first step towards the title as they win the divisional series.
As happy as they are in that clubhouse now, they're not satisfied with the division crown. They want it all.
Great day for baseball here at 2K Sports. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Gary Thorne with John Kruk, Steve Phillips, and our great 2K Sports crew. We wish you a great rest of the day or night, wherever you may be in baseball. And Brackman is in the box.
Well, late in the game right here, I mean, you look for mistakes, you look for what you can capitalize on, and that walk now is the tying run on base.
And the first pitch, a swing line to left center, and that is in there, the go-ahead run on base. And he'll come in to score. And with that right-hander warming up in the bullpen here, I'm not sure quite what they're thinking.
Well, with the left-handed hitter on deck, he's probably getting ready for hitters later in the lineup.
One run on that one, so we get to see what that does on our win expectancy chart. Take the risk, and sometimes it pays off, and it does there.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's a risk. There's no question about it. He got in safely, but I have to consider whether it's a risk worth taking. The manager's watching his pitcher closely in this critical situation.
Well, he's collecting his thoughts now as he tries to figure out a way of maintaining that lead.
Well, this pitcher is such a competitor. He's exactly the guy you want to have on the mound in this situation.
Here's the delivery. And Montero lays off the low pitch.
Well, anytime you have a good fastball and you can keep it down in the zone around the knees or lower, it's great location, and believe me, very difficult to hit.
The 1-0 pitch. Slider just misses the black, falls behind 2-0.
Well, anytime you have first base open and you don't need to just throw anything over the plate, be careful with him. If you walk him, you walk him.
Yeah, with 3 balls in the count, it's Miguel Montero who's going to have the opportunity to pick his pitch on this one. Now Miguel Montero has the count 3-1.
Well, the backdoor breaking ball right there. They set up a way and executed the pitch perfectly.
He's ready. The 3-1. Here's a swing and a liner to left center. And it gets down. Tie ball game. He comes in to score. There's the run, and it gives them the lead.
They need to get it out right now. I mean, this offense just has kept the pressure on them. They need to regroup and get it out.
Curtis in the box. Well, you always hope you can get this offense going late in the ball game. They have, and they've got a lead.
Well, they were given an opening, and they took it. And now they have a lead late in the game.
Sliders in there, no balls and a strike. Steve, we'll keep an eye on the bullpen. We'll expect to see that closer getting up and getting ready to come into the ball game.
Well, that's right, but you want to give your closers some insurance. Give them some margin for error. So look for this guy to try to come up with a big hit to tack on to this lead.
Here's the delivery. Good slider that time. Ruled the ball. 1-2.
So if you're going to miss, this is where you want to miss. Throw that breaking ball at the bottom of the strike zone. If the hitter swings and puts it in play, it's a ground ball out.
1-2 pitch coming. Slider tough to lay off, and it's 2-2. Slider just about had him. 3-2 count.
When you throw a breaking ball like this, you want to start it on the corner and break it off the zone, trying to get the hitter to chase. The hitter didn't take the bait here.
The 3-2 pitch. Grounded softly to short. Pick! It's one. Over to first. He is safe. Almost a double play. Not quite enough time.
Well, they get the lead runner at second, but they just couldn't turn two. I know they wanted to.
We'll see Harrell take some swings. Grounded out his last time through. The first pitch. Fastball just misses. 1-0. Ready with a 1-0. There's a called strike of the knees. 1-1.
That's a great pitch. When you get it to break low in the zone like that with that kind of movement, awfully tough on the hitter.
Now the 1-1 pitch. And he looks at a slider in there, and it's 1-2 now.
When in doubt, go down and away. He throws the slider exactly where he wants to. Tough pitch to hit.
He deals. Holds off on the slider, 2-2. Grounded up the middle. Hughes on the pickup. Throws to first in time. That's 3 down. They pick up 3 here on 3 hits in strand 1. Pittsburgh's got the lead. It's Rasmus at the plate. And on the mound, we've got Joe Hanrahan. He's been chosen to take over out there. Fastball is downstairs. 1 ball, no strikes.
Well, coming down to the wire right here, it's do or die time. You need base runners. Get somebody on. If you get the lead.
A swing line to left center. And it's in there, the tying run on board. He's going to try and test him here.
Well, what a great way to get things started. Leading off the inning with the double. Put yourself in scoring position early.
Well, it's a luxury for the manager having a lefty coming off the bench like this guy. They go to him here, hoping it's the right move against the right-handed pitcher.
And he's got a chance here with a runner in scoring position, Steve, to get this thing knotted.
Well, the pitcher's got to find a way to retire this hitter and not let this run score.
Clutch at bat here. Oh, and 1, the offering from Hanrahan. That's a strike, and it's 0-2. Time for Hamida to protect.
It's hard to get the kind of action you want on a 2-seam fastball up in the zone, but his location away caused it to be effective anyways.
Tried to get him to chase a slider, but it's 1-2.
A pitch like that just locks the hitter up when it's in on the hands.
Fouled away. The 1-2 on its way. And he strikes out Hermida on a swing and a miss.
The pitch is too close to take, but you've got to try to make contact with it. Swings right through it, strike 3. Well, now hitting for the pitcher in this situation, he just has to try to get on base and see if he can't get something going offensively.
Rasmus is on second. Hanrahan gets set and delivers. Swings and misses the slider, 0-1. The pitch on the ground to second. Harrell in time for the out.
Well, he gets the man over to third base, but with 2 outs now, it doesn't help much, but at least 90 feet closer to scoring. Big-time players live for these moments like this, Gary.
Called out on strikes in his last appearance. First pitch on the way. Slider just misses, 1-0. Pauses, and now the 1-0. Can't make contact with the fastball, evens him up, 1-1.
Credit the catcher on that one. That's a good low target, setting up, and he hit the target. Good execution.
Outside for a ball, and it's 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. Fastball sails high, 3-1.
Well, that's just some good old country hardball right there. Four-seam fastball up in the zone.
Here's the pitch. That fastball is in there. He lays off it. Now it's 3-2. Swung on. This could do it. He's up with it. And on to first for out number 3, and that's going to do it.
Well, the home team wins, and boy, are they excited here. They're tasting victory and they're tasting champagne as they get ready to move on to the next round of the playoffs.
And it's time to present the Player of the Game Award. Bringing the lumber to the plate today and making it work, Miguel Montero.
You know, Gary, everyone thinks that the home run's the only way to drive in runs, but not in this game today. This guy, every time he had runners in scoring position, he delivered for his team, and he cashed in when he got the chance in this one.
And with this win, they have taken their first step towards the title as they win the divisional series.
As happy as they are in that clubhouse now, they're not satisfied with the division crown. They want it all.
I guess it's that time again. We wrap up this 2K Sports broadcast of MLB. For John, Steve, our entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Gary Thorne. Adieu, adieu.